The setup of Electra is that after Agamemnon returns from the Trojan War, he's killed by his wife Clytemnestra and her new lover Aegisthus. She says it was to avenge Iphigenia, the daughter Agamemnon sacrificed to appease the goddess Artemis. Now, in this scene, their surviving daughters Electra and Chrysothemis discuss the situation, which they had hoped would be solved when their brother Orestes finally returned home. But they've just learned that Orestes is dead, and the leader of the chorus of women listens in on the sisters.
If any good can be done, I will not refuse.
Hear, then, how I am resolved to act. I, so long as I heard that my brother still lived and prospered, had hopes that he would yet avenge the murder of our sire. But now that he is no more, I look next to thee, not to flinch from aiding me, thy sister, to slay our father's murderer, Aegisthus. I must have no secret from thee more. Thou hast to complain that thou art robbed of thy father's heritage. Thou hast to mourn that thus far thy life is fading without nuptial song or wedded love. Nay, and do not hope that such joys will ever be thine. Aegisthus is not so ill-advised as ever to permit that children should spring from thee or me for his own sure destruction. Behold, these two sisters, my friends, who saved their father's house, who when their foes were firmly planted of yore, took their lives in their hands and stood forth as avengers of blood. Worthy of love are these twain, worthy of reverence from all, at festivals and wherever the folk are assembled. Let these be honored of all men for their prowess. Thus will everyone speak of us, so that in life and in death our glory shall not fail. Come, dear sister, hearken!
In such case as this, forethought is helpful for those who speak and those who hear.
Yea, and before she spake, my friends, were she blessed with a sound mind, she would have remembered caution, as she doth not remember it. Now whither canst thou have turned thine eyes, that thou art arming thyself with such rashness, and calling me to aid thee? Seest thou not thou art a woman, not a man, and no match for thine adversaries in strength? And their fortune prospers day by day, whilst ours ebbing and coming to naught. See that we change not our evil plight to worse, if any one hears these words. Nay, I beseech thee, before we are truly utterly destroyed, and leave our house desolate, restrain thy rage. I will take care that thy words remain secret and harmless, and learn thou the prudence at last, though late, of yielding, when so helpless to thy rulers.
Hearken! There is no better gain for mortals to win than foresight and a prudent mind.
Thou hast said nothing unlooked for. I well knew that thou wouldst reject what I proffered. Well, I must do this deed with mine own hand and alone, for assuredly I will not leave it void.
Alas! Would thou hadst been so purposed on the day of our father's death, what mightst thou not have wrought?
My nature was the same then, but my mind less ripe.
Strive to keep such a mind through all thy life.
These counsels mean that thou wilt not share my deed.
No, for the venture is likely to bring disaster.
I admire thy prudence. Thy cowardice I hate.
I will listen not less calmly when thou praise me.
Never fear to suffer that from me.
Time enough in the future to decide that.
Go! Declare all this to thy mother.
But again, I do not hate thee with such hate.
Yet know at least to what dishonor thou bringest me.
Dishonor, no. I am only thinking of thy good.
How? Dost thou not think that I speak with justice?
But sometimes justice itself is fraught with harm.
I care not to live by such a law.
Then I will go. Thou canst not be brought to approve my words, nor to commend thy conduct.
Nay, go within. Never will I follow thee, however much thou mayst desire it. It were great folly even to attempt an idle quest.
Nay, if thou art wise in thine own eyes, be such wisdom thine. By and by, when thou standest in the evil plight, thou wilt praise my words.
Voice that comest to the death beneath the earth, send a piteous cry, I pray thee, to the son of Atreus in that world, a joyless message of dishonor. Tell him that the fortunes of his house are now distempered, while amongst his children strife of sister with sister hath broken the harmony of loving days. Electra, forsaken, braves the storm alone. She bewails always, hapless one, her father's fate, like the nightingale unwearied in lament. She recks not of death, but is ready to leave the sunlight, could she but quell the two furies of her house.